Not all toes have the same number of bones, and you have a quarter of the bones in your body and your feet. If you have 206 bones, that means you have about 50. 50 bones in your feet. Okay. 206. Okay. Yeah, so, Winfrey, mic check.
Yeah.
Check again.
You see,
Microphone
when
check.
somebody has got so long, stayed so long away,
The
the
mic
mic
has
even self is not used to
It's not
her.
used to
That's why you
the
didn't
work.
hear her earlier on, but then you can hear her. Jenny, you are welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Ekabo.
Even though I'm
Welcome home.
Why are you angry with me,
we'll
Mike? What did I
tackle that one
do
later.
to you?
Don't miss her, just disappear just like that. Next we start seeing you with fish and snake and turtle and all of that. Tell us, talk to us. Talk to us
turtle.
about your experience.
Oh, I mean, it was amazing, to be very honest. I mean, you know how you walk, and then at a point, your brain is not functioning properly anymore. So I just literally needed a break. And it was an amazing experience. I went to Tanzania. I was in Zanzibar for the weekend from like Thursday up till like Sunday. And then I left to Qatar. I mean, they were both very, very different experiences.
Was
Totally
this
different.
solo?
Yeah. So apparently, it was solo, very, very solo. So I actually left here by my husband refused to travel with me. Anyway,
Wow.
he said he was working. Then you know how you people can be.
So you didn't plan to do solo?
Yes, that was the plan. Yeah, the plan
Yeah,
was to
solo
travel
trip.
solo, and I did travel solo.
No, but you said your husband didn't want to go with you. Like, did you plan to travel with him?
No, that's what I'm saying. From the beginning, he was like, I
Okay.
should try. So initially, right, I was meant to actually go to see my sister in the UK, right?
Okay.
But then again, things didn't necessarily work out as planned and all of that. And the funny thing, I was like, okay, fine, no wahala now. I'll still like probably visit that. Let me just continue. Next, my husband comes back one day that, oh, he has bought tickets. He has booked hotel. I'm like,
Wow.
"Explain."
Nice.
He was like, oh no, I should. I'm like, no, like that doesn't make. Why do you? If my father was like, you're traveling. Are you a single person? Why are you traveling? But I mean, it was good. He actually booked, like, ran all of that and all of that, and then, so I went.
no.
So like for the bit of Zanzibar, it was the fun. I mean, I was worried. I won't even lie.
What?
Traveling by myself. I understand to another place. I know they don't speak so much of English and all of that. So it was a bit of a struggle, the language barrier. But I mean, eventually, it actually worked out well.
Yeah.
I actually got there and I met a
I think
friend. What was
Are
that?
you talking to the translator?
Yeah.
You did that?
Yes, of course. Now,
Well,
Google
well.
Translate quickly. You search what they're saying. But I mean, it was great. I met a friend there, and actually, eventually turned out to be. It actually was as if I didn't even try myself.
Yeah.
So eventually, when we started, it was me. On the first day, the second day, I had met someone.
Yeah.
Third day, I had met two
other
other people. So we're literally a bunch of 4 solo travelers just moving together, and it was amazing because everybody was open. Everybody wanted to have like great experiences. So the first weekend, anyway, it was all about the water sports. We went swimming with turtles. We went snorkeling. I was in
That's
the
swimming with
middle
turtles.
of the Indian Ocean.
Oh, wow.
They told me that it was dolphin I was swimming with. When I looked down, I looked like shark. I'm like,
Dolphins are actually sharks also.
what?
Dolphins are actually sharks.
Yeah.
But another sort of breed of sharks and all of that. And I saw this particular video. This was live where someone's phone fell in. The dolphin went,
Picked
it
the
up.
phone.
and
Yeah.
brought it
They're
up.
very
Yeah.
intelligent.
Extremely
I was
intelligent animals.
blown, you know.
Yeah.
And you talking about solo traveling
Yeah.
and all of that, and the experiences you had, and then meeting other people. I also have a friend, and I think it's ladies they do this more, and this is why we have
Yeah.
more grandmoms than granddads.
Yeah.
This is an SOS, an emergency, guys. We need to
Yeah,
plan
SOS.
trips like
Like
this.
Actually,
Because I
seriously.
know. Do you know how many friends I know who are females who have
Yeah.
done this?
Yes.
And they do it regularly. In fact, there's a friend of mine who she does this maybe every year. Solo. She just picks up and poop.
Yeah.
And that's why she gave a story. This story was just so interesting. She met this guy, and the guy was like, this guy was also a traveler. He had been traveling for 3 years. I think he's British. But you see the funny thing about him, traveling can be expensive. But this dude did not have a job, and he just goes out traveling. Traveling was just his own. I didn't even think he was documented. And then when she asked him, how do you keep up? He said, the universe will
Great.
provide it.
I actually
But
seen
as
that.
they were going along the way, she found out that she was paying more of the bills for him. They enter a cab and she will pay. They go to somewhere, they travel to a town and she will pay.
And it's
then she
Yeah.
noticed, she
Because
now said,
Yeah.
this is how it ended. She said, auntie, I made sense and stopped being the universe.
And stop being the
I'm no longer universe.
But something I noticed as well, so you literally put yourself out there and certain things just fall into place.
Yeah, of
Because initially, like I didn't book, even my hotel, to be honest. As I got there, I said, okay, you know what? I will book one night because I actually want to stay on the beach And that was, I want to stay on the beach resorts, right? By the time I got there, there was one that was very close because, I mean, in Zanzibar, there are a lot of hotels.
They're huge,
And resorts very close to the beach. It's just a walking distance. I said, okay, fine, I'll book the first night. So by the time somebody came in, I'm like, okay, my friend came in, she was in the same lodge. I'm like, what's the point? I booked the second night.
Yeah.
As we were going, we're literally booking all the things we needed to do. And somehow, we were getting the best rates.
Wow,
Somehow, somebody will pay for this one. And there's something about how you see girls moving alone and all of that. Like, people were just like,
Each of these girls were alone.
Yeah. By the time I got to Qatar, I literally met someone that literally said, you know what, anywhere you're going to, I said, people are nice in this Nigeria. I don't know.
So maybe that's why that guy
I'm like,
gave everything to the universe to handle.
literally.
Yeah.
And you know, but we guys, man, you know, when we're thinking of responsibility and things that we have to do, we need to find time to have such experiences. Let's start with Olamide. Maybe we can start with Ibadan. Let's just solo travel. I just said this somewhere.
I want to touch on the actual feeling of relaxation, the air, the food. Because you did do some videos and you showed us a lot of food.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so the truth is, when I traveled, my focus was to rest. So my plan was actually to just go somewhere and just be by myself for like a number of days, not doing anything. I was tired. I was exhausted. I just wanted to just relax and all of that. So that was a focus for me. So, but what?
You get tired, like I'm thinking.
Tired
like,
of being resting.
just sit a day and not do nothing. My mind will.
So after the whole Zanzibar experience, right?
Yeah.
Because we were now 4, so nobody even allowed anybody rest anymore. Morning, afternoon, they said no. He said you will rest when you get back home. He said that was not the plan. He said, no, let's go. Morning, we had plans. Morning, we did so much. For me, it was like 2 weeks.
You know,
in like 3 days.
Someone said something about this, that you go to vacate, to rest.
Yes, now to rest.
And then you now find that you're touring the whole city. And from morning to night, and you come back very tired but fulfilled. These are experiences. These are memories that will never leave you. And I think that these are things that when you are old and all of that. I saw a video of, there's a video on somewhere about this woman who was taking care of her granny. And she was really quite old. And you know, something about it here, a lot of the comments on there, you know, and I just can't be vile with their comments. They're not vile. Because you see, age and, you know, passing on is something that is a leveler. So people were just respecting and say, everyone was very, And like, these kind of memories are the memories that you go back and you think of and you keep with you. And for me, it's a wonderful experience. Olamide said Zamfara, so Olamide, you go alone. That's one. But he said I should ask about chocolate. I mean, it's not chocolate. It's much more than chocolate.
That's what
I put not dieting on this show.
Where's our chocolate?
But while you were doing all of this, your mates was driving car on her own. In fact, your junior...
We had a solo travel.
She was driving all the way.
From London
on her own.
No, she was driving. We were checking the clouds, make sure everything was right. And then I must say that, before I made this trip, I had never flown before.
Wow.
Let me just put it out there.
Wow.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, leave it.
Yeah.
My vacation started from the airplane.
From here.
Wow.
It was a long journey, I guess.
So the experience of the flight.
The experience was the flight was beautiful. From food, every 5 minutes, you care for something? Do you want to eat something? Do you want to? What do you like for? Do you want to drink? I said,
By the time I'm done.
At a point, I was like,
they will order from somewhere else into the plane because what did they carry inside all of that, you know? But then Belumi is now an ambassador, like you guys mentioned.
For tourism.
Yeah, for tourism.
So it's travel.
And for her to do, she has done 77 countries.
As in,
and
crazy.
she's what? She's 26.
28 now.
28, 77 countries. Wow. Well,
we have a lot to catch up on.
77. You are twice Pelumi's age. Pelumi has done 77 countries, but as you did, so I don't know if you have done up to 3 countries. Don't count my country.
Anyways, I want to shout out to my friends.
It's a long...
Julie from Kenya, Romain, he's from
which country?
Jamaica, but he's based in New York. And of course, my girl, Pauline from Kenya as well. So like, that was the travel crew. So we call ourselves the Zanzibar crew now.
I want to shout out to...
our next trip.
I want to shout out...
WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Wow.
I want to shout out to my main man, Russo, we go catch, and to Giovanni. Giovanni, it will be later.
At this point, we would like to encourage you to find a way to do a solo vacation or just have a vacation. Get some rest. This is the whole moral of this. Get some rest. before somebody comes to make you rest by force.
Yeah, by force.
Let's take a quick break. We have more coming your way after this.